Hi, I got these glasses for my birthday and I think they are hilarious, so I'm probably going to have them on for a lot of the video. But I'm going to talk about sex positivity and how it relates to being asexual for me. If you didn't see my audition video for this channel, I talked about it a little bit in that. But I think sex positivity is extremely important for asexuals because I think that if you are asexual and you are open-minded and respectful about sex, then sexual people who you meet are more likely to be open-minded and respectful of your asexuality. Whereas if you're asexual and you are not sex positive, then sexual people who you meet might sort of either take it as an attack or think that you have something beyond that against sex, beyond being asexual, and I just think that not being sex positive is sort of a blow to people being respectful of asexuality. I guess I'm fortunate to have turned out quite sex positive, asexual or not. Like, my mom willingly told me what sex was when I was 5 years old. I guess I asked the "where do babies come from" question and she just answered it for me. And whenever I had questions, I never really got made up stories to save me from the truth or brushing me off with "we'll tell you when you're older" or something like that. My parents were basically just pretty open about answering whatever questions I had when I had them in a way that I could understand. And when I got a bit older, like in middle school and high school, they didn't really have to worry about it because I didn't have a social life at that time. But I guess their idea about sex was just sort of, if you're going to have sex with anyone, just make sure you are doing it responsibly and you trust the person you're doing it with, or something like that. So I guess by my mid to late teens, my view on sex was, I don't care what 2 or 3 or 4 or 12 people choose to do sexually, as long as they are respecting everybody's boundaries and being responsible and taking measures not to pose a threat to anybody's health and not hurting anybody. Unless your partner is into pain and has explicitly instructed you to, in which case go ahead. But I honestly think it's kind of funny that I was raised to be sex positive and I turned out asexual. Like, I think it's funny because I feel like it's sort of wasted on me. Like, why can't more sexual people turn out this way? Like, I remember when I was 18, the summer after I graduated from high school, I got a pamphlet in the mail from the university I was about to go to about how there was testing for sexually transmitted diseases at the student health center, and my mom showed it to me and said something like, "So if you've ever been experimenting" or something, and by that point I knew that I was asexual and hadn't told her yet. So I should take off my glasses so you can see my expression. So I was just like, alright, I'll do that. So once I learned that a lot of asexuals consider themselves either indifferent or repulsed, I thought that based on my views about sex and based on the fact that descriptions or even depictions of other people doing sexual things don't even so much as make me flinch, I thought that I would be pretty indifferent and that I wouldn't really mind sex if I was in a relationship. At this time I believed myself to be hetero-romantic. If I was in a relationship and it was important to my partner. But when I started going to college, I met someone and ended up in a short relationship and quickly discovered that although he never pressured me to do anything I really didn't want to, which I'm thankful for, if he even tried doing anything I didn't like even coming close to touching me where I didn't like, or even kissing too enthusiastically or something, I found myself violently jerking away or sometimes even hitting him a lot. And I realized that I actually did not want anything sexual anywhere near me at all. So I don't know whether I would consider myself indifferent or repulsed. Definitely repulsed when it comes to myself, but I was really confused because I considered myself so open-minded about sex in general not having to do with myself. Like, some people, if they knew how I treated the guy I was somewhat involved with, called me a prude or something, and that really pissed me off because I thought, no, I'm not. I'm sex positive. I can have sexual conversations. I can think about sex without feeling awkward about it. I just don't want it anywhere near myself. So fortunately, I have since realized I'm not interested in relationships and therefore don't really have to navigate the whole indifferent or repulsed thing. I know this has been a somewhat short and lazy video. I know this video has been maybe short and somewhat lazy, but it's near the end of the semester and I have a lot of stuff to do, so I'm sorry, but I am doing lots of exciting things in the future, which I will tell you about probably next week. And until then, bye!